Óðrerir uppkomin á aldavía jaðars. Óðrerir, óðrærir, stirs up our innermost and revives our memory of who we are, reminds us of our due purity. Óðrerir is a vessel in which the meat of wisdom is kept. Now Óðrerir has come to us, noble men. Theosophy in our forni, siður, ancient tradition. Some concepts in Norse mythology referring to realms within us, within our thoughts, within space-time, within creation. Purely theosophical concepts in heathenry. Literalism, the belief in the letter, is something we should rid ourselves of. Illiteracy on allegory and symbolic language is not to be tolerated anymore. We shall revive our forefathers' science of existence. A review on some of the theosophical terms in Edda poems and myths. To nísa niður, Edda poem Hávamál, is to transcend the sphere of thought, space and time. Is to take a trip to Ásgarður, sphere of Æsir, sphere of total natural law. Is the easiest act in Miðgarður of men, the only act that binds us not, a liberating act. On transcending we imbibe the perfect knowledge, and by the raft of knowledge alone we cross all seas of sin and ignorance. Goddess Sin is the sin sieve. When we are pure, we can find the golden-leaved forest glacier within. We do not go anywhere, we do not come anywhere, we simply have become pure. Ignorance and sin has left us. Tröll are not for real anyway. Sleipnir, our human nervous system, is the vehicle on which we glide from Miðgarður to Ásgarður every day, twice a day, all our life. Sleipnir, on whom we glide inwards, the slippery, the sleek, has his 8 legs from the 192 nerve endings. When we glide inwards perpetually, the better Sleipnir becomes at it. We so purify our nervous system. Nísa niður, hanga á vingameiði. We do not go anywhere, we simply live our own pure consciousness. Odin given to Odin, I given to myself, myself, I given to Odin. Nísa niður to transcend, I given to Odin, we have transcended time and space and thought. Hanga á vingameiði, to pend, not doing anything, in the middle of nothingness, about to transcend, which happens automatically. Mind seeks bliss and finds it within automatically. Effort or thought only spoils the easy gliding inwards. Thought as a flame in a windless place. Individual consciousness expands to infinity. Glad heimar. Glad means happy and it means wide. Barri logn fara lundur, a windless grove, of which we learn in Skírnismál, where Gerður meets her divine innermost, Lord Freyr. In Edda poem Skírnismál, Gerður knows all the time where to meet her inner divinity, only she is too occupied with her material life to give it a thought, until Skírnir tells her that life in Hrímþursar is her stagnation on her evolutionary path. Freyr wants us to enjoy bounty in life, of course. He stands for bounty. But he wants us not to forget what we are doing here. Lokvaralundurbarri is the grove inside where we meet our Lord Freyr. Find our divinity, see Skírnismál Edda poem. Gerður knows this, she knew it all the time. Hrímþursar, Skírnismál, are our unnoticed stagnation on our evolutionary path. They vanish little by little when we frequent that peaceful grove inside Barri. Kids love to perform the ritual Skírnismál with understanding. On YouTube, Skírnismál helgilegar how to perform and understand the ritual. Skírnismál Edda poem script on Amazon and free on Óðsmál channel. Hnitbjörg of Gunnlöð, where we imbibe the meat of wisdom. Hnitbjörg is the hidden cave within where the meat of wisdom is to be found. Here we imbibe the mjöður, meat of wisdom. We only have to use wormholes to get there, no problem. Ginnungagap is the great womb, which is all. Nothing else is. All there is it. There is no out of Ginnungagap. Universes do not come out of. They are in Ginnungagap. Ginnungagap is the unfathomable womb, which is all and is everything, yet not taking part in creation. Nothing else is than Ginnungagap, no other. When paying our attention to it, we call it consciousness. We also activate matter in creation with attention. There is nothing but Gungnir out there. We create with attention. Gungnir, all worldly vibrational modes, the creation. Gungnir is registered by our senses, the only they perceive. Iðavellir, consciousness in motion, and we are it. O Kólnir, the ever hot, never cooling. Brimir, the brewing, also related to violent ocean surf. Ódáins fæða, ambrosia, amrit, amrit, not death. Like epli iðunar, apples of Idun. Ódáins akur, the field where lives he who never has died. Gimle, gim hlje, sheltered abode of precious gems, is to live Valhall enlightenment, or to live in the age of enlightenment. Ægir, the abyss into which we plunge to imbibe the perfect orderliness of our goddess Rán. Ægir is the unfathomable abyss we find within. Ægir is the calmness into which we dive to nourish ourselves with Fimbulrúnir. His wife Rán, our sea goddess, her name comes from Sanskrit Rajana, orderliness. And so do the words Rögn, reign, the meaning order, perfect orderliness. Ásgarður, swear of the gods, swear of the flawless laws of nature. Ragnasjöt, swear of Rögn and reign, the gods, presiding over natural law. Tívatún, dynamism, of Tívar, the gods, the fundamental impulses of creative intelligence. They play happily in the dynamism. Tefla í túni teitir eru. The gods, guðin, preside over total natural law. They are always flawless, and they run the whole universe in perfect correlation and orderliness. Ásgarður, sphere of gods, where we go to imbibe Fimbulrúnir. We now master the flawless laws of nature. Everything is possible. We work for nature, and nature in return works for us. By nísa niður, transcend regularly, we and our thoughts and actions spontaneously become more in accord with the evolutionary power of natural law. Glaðheimar of consciousness, the widest expansion of human individual consciousness, is reached in transcending. We live glaðheimar. Mind is always looking for happiness. Bliss is found within. Freyja, a space-time form bubble, she becomes our universe. Óðinn vili vie, Rishitevata Chandas, hyperspace operator states, interact in Ginnungagap. Knowledge, Óðinn, seeks knowledge, vili, finds knowledge, vie, as there is nothing else to be found there than pure supreme knowledge. Ymir is the sounding, and out of the primordial sound emerge the 5 sounding höfuðskepnur, the 5 elements. Höfuðskepnur means main created, so they are inevitably sounds. Búnir, vibrations, registered by our 5 senses. Our 5 senses correspond to our 5 höfuðskepnur, elements. Our brain is the interface. Brain interprets gúnir into a world. World is veröld, veröld man's lifespan. A very individual thing we make. No two make the same world out of gúnir we perceive. Valhall is heaven on earth. We do not go anywhere. We only become pure, sinless. We have ridded ourselves of ignorance. Now, first now, can we bear the name man. Valhall is for us fully alive, state of enlightenment of a man. Valhall, purpose and goal of human life, enlightenment of a living man. Val here means to return home where we belong all our life anyway. Einherjar see through gúnir, see reality. To live Valhall is to be enlightened, fully alive, of course, to have become an einherji, an enlightened man. Einherjar are 216. When their time comes, they are 432,540 doors. Out of each one come 800 einherjar. Einherjar do not fight with weapons. They wage peace on earth. Vopnum reft þak, brynjum á bekki stráð in Valhall. In Valhall, spears are used to support the roof, and war armor is now shattered on benches, as peace prevails. Einherjar waits peace in consciousness, the Maharishi effect. If Freyja owns half of Val, Óðinn the other half, then it means enlightened we live 100% Valhall and are 100% living in the universe. The bridge Bifröst is spread out layer for layer by the act of transcending. Setum stara, to drizzle the bridge. Bifröst leads, in time, to enlightenment of a living man. Bifröst, the bridge to Valhall. We drizzle like of invisible stardust, layer by layer, by nísa niður regularly. Bifröst is made of our purity. We live in the petty cycle of waking, dreaming, deep sleep. We should add the big cycle of transcending. There are cycles within cycles, huge cycles, small cycles. Cycles move us forward. Helja, a delightful, peaceful coffee break between lifespans. Helja is only a coffee break. We need no refreshments when we enjoy her hospitality. Lifespan is ævi in Icelandic, Sanskrit ayus, as in Ayurved. Önd skal lifa og aldrei tínast. Soul shall live and never perish. Soul is not born, never dies, and soul suffers not. Note that urðurverðandi skuld, karma, are not disturbed in their flawless calculation during our stay in hell. Our recyclable bodies go to the dogs, Geri and Freki, the recycling department of used bodies. We make a new one on our next go. Jötnar see to the recycling of our other excess creations. Ragnarök, end of our universe, when the broken symmetry goes back to unity, or Jötnar and Æsir, or Fermi fields and Bose fields, the fermions and bosons, go back to unity. Ragnarök is the big crunch or the big rip of our universe. But we die not. We live as life, and life thrasir, who dies not. Soul dies not, is never born, and soul suffers not. Önd skal lifa og aldrei tínast. Soul lives, never perishes. Líf and lífthrasir are not just one guy and one girl at all. They are all of us. How to be powerful and work in consciousness, the scientific term, the Maharishi effect. When we group transcend, many of us, nísandi niður together, we affect the surroundings, infuse all surroundings with peace. We act from pure consciousness. Our goal is to put an end to enmity in the world of men and have heaven on earth for all men. This inner power told of in Edda poems and myths when we have Fimbulrúnir and 9 good galdrar. Hvar Æsir fóru lönd, fylgdi þeim friður og þóttu þeir goðum líkir. Wherever Æsir as men went over lands, peace prevailed and they were said to be godlike. Hvar hatur vex með Hildings sonum, það má ekki bæta brátt. Wherever hatred grows among the sons of kings, that I can easily amend og soothe. Eggjarek deyfi minna andskota, býtat þeim vopn ég velir. I make blunt the weapons of my opponents. Fljúi fleitn eisvosti að ég stöðvigag. No spear will fly so fast that I cannot stop it. No enemies will be born. Enmity in enemies will cease to be. We wage peace in the world of men. We act in pure consciousness, effortlessly. Mother Nature works for us and we for her. Valkyrja, the act of giving myself to myself, or the giving to Odin, in the hang, in nothingness. We perform a Valkyrja. We sacrifice, forna, our individual consciousness into eternity. Forn sacrifice means the gift we bring to the Fyrsta Dagis. We are the forn, nothing else, fully alive, of course. More alive than ever. When we fall from there again, föllum aftur þaðan into the realm of thought. Nivartatvam means thou shalt nísast niður, transcend. Nistræguni above, be without a triguna, þursa meir þrír. Triguna, qualities of nature, sattva, rajas, tama. Do this twice daily all thy life. Our forefathers' wisdom is delicate, yet powerful, can easily be misunderstood. Our knowledge has, during dark ages, been trodden on. Gnuthise auton, know thyself, consciousness, is the Greek philosophical term for becoming pure enough to see that we are not the matter world in which we live, but see that we are consciousness. This was when philosophy was real philosophy, not that modern contentious art. Nísa niður, no time, no space, no thought, pure consciousness only. Mind as a little flickering flame. Awake thought is simply pending in the nothingness as a flickering flame. Thought fades to eternity. Mind, effortlessly, by turning inwards, find what it's always looking for. Bliss, Icelandic sæla, akin to soul, goddess sun. The ego expands to infinity. We become infinity. Askur and Embla are not only one guy and one girl at all, they are all of us. Rætur asksins, roots of Askur Yggdrasils, Askur and Embla, we, Irminsul. We now draw the sap of wisdom by the roots of Askur Yggdrasils. We are man trees, the roots in the abyss that no man knows. Engin veit hvers af rótum renn. The pattern of perfection in Ginnungagap is mirrored in our universe and in us.